Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'm a culinary expert here at Rogers Gardens, and today I thought I would show you something that is, wow, so amazing and so doable for many of us, and that is how to use green tomatoes from your yard to make amazing, amazing pickles. And these green tomatoes can be ones that have fallen off of your plant. If your plant is looking a little bit like gangly and you've decided to get rid of it and you have a few pounds of green tomatoes, this is a great way to use them. To talk about what type of tomato you want to use and which you probably don't want to use, I have a couple examples here. So here you have a very crisp tomato. If you use something like this, it's really perfect. You want to remove any blemishes like this, but this is a perfect example. Any tomatoes that are slightly green here, but are having a little bit of color up here, you probably want to stay away from. It's not that they're not going to be delicious, it's about the texture, and they won't be very firm or crisp in your pickle. Any size tomato is going to be fine. I say use whatever is available, just make sure they're on the firmer side. To talk about the ingredients that you're going to want to have on hand for this recipe, I've assembled everything here so you can look at it. You'll want a goodly amount of white sugar. You'll also want to make sure to have white distilled vinegar. Additionally, the recipe we're using calls for about 6 or 7 pounds of green tomatoes, and they're going to be cut anywhere from 1/8 to a 1/2 inch thick, give or take. So again, green tomatoes, about 6 to 7 pounds. You'll want a large piece of ginger like this. You're going to peel this and slice it into 1/4 inch pieces. And then you'll want some type of pickling spice. We're using a store-bought pickling spice, which has whole allspice in it, peppercorns, cinnamon. You don't want to have anything that will have is going to be powdery, because that will cloud your water, and you want nice clear liquid. And then here's the really interesting ingredient. It's called pickling lime. Pickling lime is used to add crispness to the pickle, and you can use it on tomatoes, you can use it on cucumbers, anything you're really going to pickle. This is what it looks like. It is a crazy product. Okay, so to show you the first step in the recipe, we're going to add water to a large bowl. You're going to generally want 1 to 2 gallons of water for 6 to 7 pounds of tomatoes, and about 1 cup of pickling lime. This is just a demonstration to show you. So this is a 1/2 cup into about 1 quart of water. You want to fill this up all the way and mix this in. Again, pickling lime makes things super crisp. So you want to let this kind of get mixed thoroughly into the water. Then you'll take your tomatoes and you'll put these directly into that mixture, and you'll let it sit there for 12 to 24 hours. In that time, you're gonna see that the skin kind of retracts a little bit, and the water turns a little bit of a green color, the color of your green tomatoes. And then you'll want to rinse it 3 different times and soak about an hour in between. And that's again after 12 to 24 hours. That removes any excess lime from you. So your next step is to make the liquid that the pickles are going to cook in and also be flavored by. So I've already added about 4 cups of distilled white vinegar to my non-reactive pot. When you're making this, just make sure you're using something that is not going to react, vinegar being very acidic. So I'm going to add my remaining 2 cups of white vinegar to my pot, and then 5 pounds of granulated sugar. I know it sounds like a lot, but these are going to make amazing pickles. After you have a chance to apply some heat to this and make sure that the sugars dissolve, you want to take those pickling spices that we used earlier and tie them into a cheesecloth bag. What you can do then is just literally drop that bag into your pot. I always leave a little excess because I want to be able to tie this to the side of the pot. What's going to happen is that this is going to steep, and the flavors from those spices are going to really make this quite delicious, and they're not going to cloud anything, they're not going to do anything but give really excellent flavor. And then when we're done steeping this, we can just remove the bag very easily. As soon as you have dissolved your sugar and allowed the spice bag to do a little bit of work, it's time to add your tomatoes that have been thoroughly rinsed to this mixture. This is just a demonstration, so we haven't had a time to soak the tomatoes in lime yet, but once they have soaked and have become very crispy for, again, 12 or 24 hours. You want to soak these and rinse off any excess lime. At that point, and when this is warm, you can add all your tomatoes into the mixture, and then you let them sit overnight. The following day, all you need to do is cook them for about 30 minutes, maybe 45, until they're translucent, and I'll show you what they look like after that. Okay, so now the finished product. Amazing pickles. The jars I used, well, I like these German Weck jars because if you want to process your pickles, they're excellent. They can withstand a lot of heat. Also, they're very easy. A lot of people, including myself, choose to make refrigerator pickles, so we go through them fast enough that we don't need to you know, jar them, can them, I should say, and put them up. But this is what the finished product looks like. It's in this beautiful liquid. And I used a combination of regular size and small tomatoes to show you what it looks like. Let me just grab a fork and show you on this plate. These are these amazing pickles. We got another fork full. They're absolutely delicious, totally crispy. To show you what the liquid looks like, that's our liquid right there. And sweet and sour. Let me just grab one of these and take a bite. Absolutely wonderful. They bring a smile to anyone's face. So, excellent on roasted meat. Excellent by themselves. On the holiday table. Delicious. I hope you try it today. I hope you have green tomatoes in your yard. And we'll see you next time at Rogers.